By now, you've probably heard my magic wand story. It's a brand that's been part of my personal journey for more than 20 years. But no matter how many times I sing Magic Wand's praises, I'll never be able to fully capture the story of this incredible brand. Well, now journalist and author Kate Sloan just completed a limited audio series documenting the history and impact that Magic Wand has created over the last 56 years. It's called Making Magic. And the series chronicles Magic Wand's incredible brand story through interviews with nearly 40 experts, performers, business owners, educators, and fans. So I got a sneak preview of this series, and what I loved is that Kate weaves together snippets from all their interviews into this amazing story arc. She covers Magic Wand's journey from appliance store massager to its legendary influence on culture and sexual independence, and it's all just fascinating. The first episodes of Making Magic are available now at makingmagicseries.com or on all popular podcast platforms. Just search for Making Magic or visit makingmagicseries.com today. Thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. On today's show, I'm talking about some not so common sex news, including virtual reality porn, because sex tech is the future. I'm also taking your calls. Topics include, so you know how to orgasm, but you really want to get there quicker. What do you do? Performance anxiety. You want to just be able to rise to the occasion every time. I get it. I can help you. You got talked into a threesome situation that didn't go well, and now you flinch at the sound of it. How do you recover? All this and more. Thanks for listening.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I feel so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, check out sexwithemily.com. It's a robust site. It is very robust. Going to help you have even better sex and relationships. Amazing posts up there that will change your life. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts. We love when you comment, when you subscribe on iTunes or wherever you listen. Also, find me on SiriusXM Radio. I'm on Stars Channel 109, which is so much fun, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 Pacific, 8 to 10 East. And you can get a free 30-day trial. Visit sexwithemily.com/SXM. Or hey, you can still call in 888-947-8277. Always find us on social media everywhere across the board. It's at Sex with Emily. All right, guys, hope you enjoy the show. All right, James, do you want to share this with me?
Yes. All right. We're getting into some weird stories here. Some of them I just think are pretty interesting. So first one that I came across, that men, and also primates, with showy hair tend to have smaller testicles. So now beards are the new beamers.
Wait a minute. How do you define showy hair? Like, I thought you meant like a big head of hair.
Yeah, it's like showy facial hair. So
okay.
like
showy facial hair.
So like beards and like the long locks may also be a sign of small balls.
How is that true?
What? Is that real? What? I mean, okay. Oh, well, New York Post, primates. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's not. Okay, so I was thinking it's like they have a great pompadour. Is that a haircut?
It could be.
Like, I thought you meant that, but you mean like the ones who have like the...
Because I mean, you know how like beards are kind of in
yes,
right now.
So you're saying that there's something, but men who have smaller testicles have some like biological urge to show it more.
It says here.
Tell me.
Yeah, it says, okay, so hair is considered like an ornament.
True.
Which is an outward display of masculinity, and testes are considered a weapon, a way to actually sexually compete with other males in the species by reproduction. So it says found that humans, as well as large primates, physically lack the energy to have both a large ball sack and bushy facial hair at the same time.
Amazing. So can men with big balls, are they not able to grow can they not, or is it a choice?
You know what?
Like, can they not grow showy hair as easily because their balls are bigger? They're like, are those the guys who are like, I don't know, I just can't grow a beard?
So, you know what's so funny? I remember one time when I was in, give Can you hear me? Is that good? Okay. When I was in middle school, I think my best friend at the time, her mom told me that men with no hair or bald men have higher testosterone levels. I don't know how true that is, but this article just reminded me
Well,
of
are
that.
they saying that were they talking about their testosterone? You know, if they have smaller, because we're not saying you have small
Size,
penises,
right?
No, small balls, which to me, I mean, like nowadays, like I don't know. I mean, I don't really care about penis size that much, but I also definitely don't care about the size of your balls.
But if you have larger testicles, you have more sperm.
Which, I mean, maybe like...
Someone emailed us. I think on our ball show, I said there's semen inside of the.
Oh, yeah, instead of sperm.
I was like, oh, okay, sperm. Sorry, I'm a doctor. I do know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that could be it. Like it's a side of masculinity in the outside, so it's like peacocking almost.
Yeah, because they need to still they need to still attract people, even if they have less sperm.
Jane.
So it's
this
kind of
isn't
like
even weird. This is fascinating to me. I'm fascinated now.
Yeah, let's say like a little out of the ordinary, as far as what we.
But also, it's like I mean, it shows that I love all the studies of like evolutionary biology and like our primates and how like the reason why we do certain things in our brains, why we have certain desires, are going back to our our monkey ancestors. So I think it's interesting.
Yeah, and I love how this article leaves it off with a quote from Leupold, which was the Stefan Leupold, who's an evolutionary biologist at the University of Zurich. It's hard to have it all. Big testicles come with large weapons, but less ornamentation. So it's like cool, dude. Like I just think that's like
it is hard. You cannot have it all.
Yeah.
And what you don't have is a thing that you need to. That's your lesson while you're here in life. Like you have to always. You really can't have it all. You just would be. No one. Life is not perfect. You have to have some area that you're working on. Your deficit, if you will.
So when I start going out on dates and having more casual sex, I'm going to keep this in mind now. Just curiosity. I'm just going to look.
Yes, Jamie, you have to.
I'm going to look for
science.
science.
Yeah, for science. Be like, oh, okay, he's got the flavor saver or whatever they have now. Those long sideburns.
The flavor saver.
Do you also do the flavor saver?
I thought they were called. When they connect to your beard, it's mutton
the flavor
chop.
saver is the little thing under
you mean
your
the
chin.
Like the triangle little thing?
No. There's
Soul patch?
Soul patch.
Yes.
There you go.
No.
Flavor saver. I've never heard that.
I like that way
love
better.
that.
I love that so much more.
Love when I can bring things to the table here.
Flavor saver.
It's amazing. Yeah.
You like left a little piece of something.
Yeah, exactly. Little flavor saver. What's that thing? And you probably shouldn't have that anyway. 888-947-8277.
Okay,
that was good.
Next story.
I approve.
Next story.
I approve of this message. Yes.
So, dolphin clitorises look a lot like a human's. So, dolphin clitorises are incredibly similar to those of humans. They completed autopsies on 11 dolphins that had died of natural causes, and they found that the female dolphin's clitoris are remarkably similar to human woman's.
Wow. In what way?
It
With
says
the
just
nerve
like a human
endings?
female,
Yes.
the dolphin has a clitoral hood and two areas of extensive erectile tissue that merge into a single body. So they also have the legs.
Wow. This is so interesting. So,
And it says,
they gorge and swells just like humans when they're aroused.
and
No wonder why dolphins seem so happy.
dolphins have sex for fun. They
do.
also continue to sex.
Yes, yes. This is so interesting. It's located. Okay, the dolphin. Because she gives me the article. So this is our process here. Dolphin clitoris is located at the entrance of the vaginal opening rather than externally. They're well known. They are known for their sex lives. They are happy creatures. They're famous for playing for both teams. Interesting.
And you want to this one is also very interesting because it says penis and vagina must co-evolve. So it says while it may seem intuitive that the penis fits well into the vagina during copulation, it can be quite complex and they haven't really explored. I mean, how are you really going to explore whales and dolphins and porpoises?
Right.
But it says they have unusual vaginal folds, spirals, and recesses that the penis and sperm must navigate through to successfully fertilize the egg.
Wow.
Spirals.
Yeah, I got to jump through a lot of hoops, literally. Dolphins are jumping through hoops.
And not
too.
that this is part of this actual article, but there have been studies done. I actually convinced my friend, I sent them an article to do a speech back in college on dolphin gang rape. Because dolphins, they did a study, like dolphins can get aggressive.
Yeah.
And they put like these like inflatable sex dolls or whatever randomly in the ocean, and dolphins would come up and like take them down to these caves and like have sex with them.
Inflatable sex dolls?
Yeah.
It's the clitorises.
It's the
They're just like, I need something to
it's the
use
male
it for.
dolphins, but
Oh, the male dolphins were aggressive.
Yeah.
I did not know. Really?
Yeah.
They were gang raping blow up dolphins?
No, blow up humans.
They will blow up. They
And
didn't
have
use
you ever
dolphins?
seen? There's plenty
No,
of
I've
videos
not-
of dolphins like
I'm gonna have
trying
to
to
look
like.
this up.
You have to.
well-
He got an A on his speech, by the way.
But didn't you say something? You said you knew about the spiral penis.
Yeah, the spiral penis. It grabs you and pulls you down into the cave.
That's scary.
So be wary
It's like
of
a
dolphins,
tentacle.
but also at the same time, they're just very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Huh.
So not about people, but I did think it was, it's cool. We're not the only people that
vaginal
have.
folds and spirals and recesses. I mean, we have that too. If women understand, vulva owners, that it's actually not that easy for us to receive pleasure, that it takes a lot. You got to do jump through hoops and spirals and folds and things to figure out our pleasure. So women just looked at it like that's how we were, like they made it complicated so we could teach our partners that don't just go right for my opening. I know it looks like it's easy to get in there, but not so easy for you to penetrate me until you pay a visit to Master Mistress Clitoris. Right here. Like, pay homage. Stop along the way. Say hello to my friends, the breasts on the left and the right, Mr. and Mrs. 1 and 2. Like, it is trickier, but we didn't know that because we didn't get the instruction manual to our bodies. So now they think they just penetrate, but we've got all these spirals and hoops that the penises should be jumping through. And we get to choose. They're actually there. We just let them go right in. And I think encourage them to stop along the way and check in the scenery, stop and smell the flowers.
Also in this article,
Yes.
Which of course, most previous research on genitalia has focused on the penis. So even with dolphins, more focus on the penis than the female sexual organs.
Yeah, it's true. Well, most research, that's what we talked about with Jolene Brighton. We just released an awesome podcast today with Dr. Jolene Brighton. Her book is Beyond the Pill. And we talked about that really the reason why there's all these great information coming out now about the birth control pill and women and hormones is because a lot of the sexual scientific research in the last 50 years has all had to do with the penis and men. They're like, well, men and women, they're similar. They're not similar at all in many of these ways, especially when it comes to sex. So that makes sense. And so now female dolphins are getting their turn, just like all the other women.
Yes.
Like all the other females on the planet. Dolphins should get their clitorises
Dolphins included.
heavily researched as well.
Cool. Interesting.
Good clitorisy. I liked it.
Okay, cool. Glad. All right, this next one. And this is just outrageous. Sex for the unmarried is now officially legal in Utah as of Wednesday. So unmarried Utahns can officially have sex without breaking the law.
Wow.
So although it does say here that the law was not really pursued by police or prosecuted, technically breaking the law was punishable to up to 6 months in jail and a fine of $1,000. So this might have been like an old law.
Oh, I'm sure it's
they
been.
never. But the fact that it's like it just now they're like, oh, maybe we should make this legal.
I didn't even know that. I mean, that's just so interesting. I mean, I've had sex in Utah. I've never been married. Everyone. I mean, I know there are some strange bills like this. You can't have sex toys in certain, cities. Sodomy is still legal in some states, but sex outside of marriage, I mean, that's crazy. It's really interesting to me because it modifies criminal offenses. So is it still an offense?
No, these are just like
Fornication used to be Class B misdemeanor.
in the Beehive state, which I also
That sounds awful. I love Utah. It's beautiful, but beehive.
it's weird.
You just get anxious.
Yeah.
What if there's a beehive?
I just thought
stung by a bee?
I thought
that's
this was
good.
crazy.
That is crazy
It
to
is
me.
wild.
I mean, I think there is something, or we've talked about this, like what laws people wouldn't believe what is still legal in other states as well right now. Like you can't states that do live in, like bringing sex toys in, or anal sex, or there's a lot of things that are still not legal. So yes, I do find this interesting, and I'm glad that Utah is stepping up. I wonder if it has to do with the religion there, Mormon religion. I'm sure. So
Yeah.
well, that's good to know.
And
so
then-
everyone must be just having sex all over that state this weekend.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then, according to recent studies, hence bringing up religion, religious people, according to a survey, actually have quite expensive taste in porn.
Really expensive taste in porn. They're paying for it.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so wonder the religious people expensive taste. First of all, how do you measure expensive taste in porn? Because most people are getting porn for free. Does this mean that they're paying for sites? Mm-hmm. Or they're watching fancy ladies have sex. Like, what does it mean?
I think it means that they're paying for it.
Okay.
And it said here that like we sort of expected to find that the very religious are secretly kinky.
Which we did in some of that fantasy book, Justin Lehmiller's book, yeah.
And it says that was not necessarily the case, so they are different in how they relate to porn. And it says here, let's see. Yeah, it says very religious respondents were 44% more likely to watch pricey virtual reality porn and 40% likelier to tip live cam girls.
Oh, so they're good manners.
I mean, good manners, yeah.
I don't know, that's awesome. Particularly they tend to view bisexual and transgender porn as no-nos. I could see that, though 10% who identify as heterosexuals and religious nevertheless get off a male. Ah, that's interesting. What do they say?
It says, too, it says very religious porn fans are twice as likely to pony up $1,000 or more for viewings of real live girls and their godless brethren.
I wonder why that. I'm trying to think of why they would spend more money on it, because they perhaps somehow think it's more
of a
secure,
private and secure.
I think it's probably because they think it's more secure.
Yeah,
more.
Stems from like them. It's a sin maybe, so they want it to be more private and secure and like more official.
But then it's like tracked on your credit card, and then one day your wife opens up the bill and says, "What's cam girls gone?" Cam girls.
And that's the thing too. It says that they're like doing the virtual reality porn and the cam girl stuff, so it's more involved than just watching like a free clip on Pornhub, because they're probably getting this is it. They're not getting their needs met in their sex life. They don't see a way to actually turn towards their partner and say, you know what, I know our religion is against this, or I know we haven't ever talked about sex before, but I think that might not be serving us anymore. I'd really love to work on our sex life. I know we've been together 20 years, but hey, maybe we could try some of these things, and I won't tell God if you won't. But I don't think that anybody feels that they could actually do it. So they figure, and they're probably craving something other than what their religious beliefs have told them were appropriate. So as a result, they're like, if I'm going to go outside and get it, I got to get it, because I haven't been getting any of my needs met because of my religion, perhaps, or my more conservative beliefs around sex. That could be it.
Yeah. What do you all think? What do you think about? I don't know. I think virtual reality porn, I mean, you have to buy out the contractions to that too. You got to buy the device and the set. And cam girl porn, people are spending a lot of money on it too.
Have you tried virtual reality porn?
I have.
Did you like it? How did it go?
It was awesome. I mean, it was really cool. I was in Amsterdam, and I went to visit Kiru, which is a company that's working with a bunch of different, and they're actually working with WeVibe and Fleshlight, and they're one of the first companies, and they are developing, it's like teledildonics.
I love that word.
And it's it's such a good word, but it's true. And it's like why these vibrators, you can actually behold. We actually have like an old Kiru here, like one of the first models of it. But essentially what happened was, so I was in this room with all these men, of course, and they're like, put this on. And I put on the VR headset. And then I had a vibrator in my hand, right? So that was like one of their vibrators. It had like a remotes on it, so it was like I put it at me like it's my penis, right? But I have this set. I mean, I have my clothes on. I have the virtual reality set, and you put it on, and it looks like, I mean, there's a whole scene. It looks like I'm like in some Grecian village, and there's like all these like nymphs. I mean, it's humans, but they're all just in white, like a white party, like a fancy white party, like the Playboy Mansion party of Greece. If I was in Greece, and everyone's beautiful and walking around, and then like they're like, look around, and I look all around. And there's like people, like beautiful people, and people are having sex. It's kind of like an orgy sex party, but classy. Sophisticated. Maybe that's what these people. It was
fun.
A classy sex party. And then since I had the teledildonics part of it, I have this toy, right? So pretend it's my penis. Then the porn stars that are, as they're filmed, like they are connected to my toy, and they could be using an insertion toy like the rave or something, that they're also, so they can feel what I'm feeling. If I'm putting it inside of me, for example, like they are feeling I'm going fast. This is not going to make sense, but they're also moving. It's like you're having sex with the virtual reality people.
That's
and it feels like you're actually in a full-on like sex party. They're touching you. I mean, I've just done the virtual reality porn without the vibrators because that's their whole thing is that they're now programming porn that works with toys. So you're having an interactive experience with the person on the camera. I mean, there's just so much going on with it. But just regular old virtual reality porn, you're like lying there and you're looking like if someone's looking at you like these two porn stars, like a threesome, right? I'm having a threesome with let's say a guy and a girl. Like it feels like they're like on top of me and you're having sex with them. It's very reality. Like I could see getting caught down that.
I mean, that sounds
intense.
Yeah, it sounds intense, but I'm super down.
Oh yeah, we have to try it.
Gotta try it.
Send us some virtual reality porn, people. I'm sure we could. I think they'd reach out to us to do that kind of thing.
But like,
and it was hot. Like if I wasn't in a room with all these people, like I could probably have gotten into it and been like, okay,
right. That must have been weird. Like all these.
They're like, how do you like our technology?
Yeah.
How do you like our technology?
Like they're just watching
like
you.
sex with Emily's in our room in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fun. I mean, it was so it was like a 5-minute, 10-minute thing. But
do you think that like if someone was in a relationship though, like a monogamous relationship, does that kind of drawing getting close to the line of cheating?
That is such a good question because we've gotten asked those questions. Is virtual reality porn cheating? And I don't think it's cheating, but I do think it's my whole thing is like, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of like, it is that next level masturbation, that what we talk about of having to raise the bar, having to raise the stimuli each time you have sex, so you get more and more turned on, and people are having impacts of watching a lot of porn on their partner. They're like, oh, I can't get up anymore because there aren't like webcam girls. So that's my concern, is that you're having this full-on virtual reality experience rather than just looking at a clip on your phone. It could be harder and harder for you to connect with humans. Do I think it's cheating though? I mean, my ex did it. I wasn't like think he was cheating. I thought it was cool. I wanted to hear about it, but that's, I think that if you're spending a lot of time on virtual reality porn, that all that time and you're in a relationship, you could be spending more of that energy enhancing the sex that you're having. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, on to your calls.
Let's talk to Joni, 38 in Kentucky. She says it takes her a long time to come and she wants to learn how to finish faster.
All right. Hey, Joni.
Hi, Emily. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Of course.
And, girl, thank you for doing what you do. We are all so grateful for your knowledge.
You're welcome. I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
So I know this. Thank you. So I know this is going to sound like a funny question, but I've always known this about me. Like since I've been sexually active, I just take a long time to come. And actually, I'm a queer woman, and this is actually my first relationship in 11 years with a cisgendered male.
Oh, okay.
And I do enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy the sex, but he mentioned that I've actually been the most challenging and taking the longest to come, I guess, woman he's been with. And I don't know, it just makes me, that just kind of, he wasn't really complaining, but it just still made me feel a little self-conscious.
Yeah. Well, first of all, okay, so how were you in the past with the women you were with? Would you come easier?
It was just different.
Different, because there was no penis, right? I mean, well, what is he going down on you? Is he, and back up, how long is it taking you?
That's a good question. Well, I'm working on him going down on me.
Well, that's another reason you're not coming. Most women require that for orgasm. Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Okay.
And that's a good question. I just know it's, I have come. It just takes me a long time.
Like an hour, like 25 minutes?
Yeah, definitely maybe like a good 20, 25.
40 minutes. I mean, the women take between 20 and 40 minutes to orgasm. I need a billboard that says that. Just PSA.
Yeah.
Because we all feel so bad. We're taking too long. Like, who's did he say too long? The other women he's with, a lot of them might have been faking it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he measuring it against? And he's not going down on you, so he needs some more education around women.
Actually, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is going down. He's just not used to having to take a while to be down there.
Right, right.
We're working on that.
Okay.
I guess just like other things, it just takes me a long time. I don't know if there's a way I can, speed up that process.
Well, I guess it helps. I mean, the thing is, wait, did you feel this way when you were with women that you had to speed it up?
Yeah, I felt like I took a long time.
Okay. So do you know when you get the most aroused and like what turns you on? Like it's like a lot of other like kissing and touching and like, yeah, playing with your nipples, your body, like he's using his fingers in his mouth. Maybe he's talking dirty. Maybe you're using some toys. You're switching it up. You're massaging. You're prolonging the sex, but you're teasing. Like I think that's what it takes for a lot of women, and maybe you could let him know that. You could explain to him that you would love to just kind of slow things down a little bit. And I don't know, you know best what turns you on, but typically it's like stimulation gradually over time, teasing, lighter touch, the oral thing. You can teach.
Yes.
So, like playing with your nipples, making out. For women, it's like kissing, fingers, and mouth. That's what makes us come, like oral. Those are the 3 ways that women are more likely to orgasm. And so,
sure, that makes sense.
Yeah,
so more foreplay.
Yeah, honestly, it is. And like I always say, foreplay is not a suggestion; it's a requirement. I have that written in my office, hanging on the wall, because it is. We have like these quotes here, and it's like people think, "Oh, the foreplay thing again, really? Oh, yeah, I guess I could do it. It'd be nice, if it's your birthday." No, we need it. Women are slow cookers. Men are frying pans. They're ready to go. We need to be warmed up. We just do. It's scientific. It's how our bodies work. That's what you need. Let them know.
All right.
And you're doing fine.
Thank you for making me not feel crazy.
Okay, good. Oh, my God, it's my job. I'm here to help you make you so crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joni. Thanks for calling.
All right, let's talk to Steve, who's 40 in New York and wants to ask about his performance anxiety.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
Some days better than others.
I hear you, man. What's going on?
It's an ongoing thing. Like, it's been pretty much as long as I can remember.
Okay, and the performance anxiety?
Yes.
Coming too quickly, coming before you want to.
No, more like not rising to the occasion.
Oh, okay, so you get back to more like it's harder for it to stay hard and get hard.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever gotten checked out for it? Like, has it been like since you're 40? So since the beginning of your sexual history?
No, it's more just like I can't get out of my own head.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever practiced any like mindfulness, like any breathing, any meditation? It's really like most of us have this in different ways in our life that we're in our own heads. And so it's about, breathing and being present with your partner and meditation. Download one of the apps. Like I love the Headspace app or the Insight Timer app. They're great for meditation and learning to control your mind, because that's likely what it is. And then being with a partner who's like understands, who's cool with it, and who you can connect with and breathe together and relax into it. So I think it's like more of a lifestyle practice. And you could go to your doctor, you could get checked out. You're 40. But you say it's been happening for a while.
I've been with my partner for 12 years now, and like it comes and goes.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. If that you've been with your partner, that's amazing.
He's great about it, but
what if you guys practiced together getting into your senses? Like you did something where you did like an erotic night of like erotic massage where you lit some massage candles that smelled amazing. And then you practiced touching each other so you could focus on the scent of the candle and like the touch of her on your body. You guys could explain to each other, like, I'm feeling your touch right now and I'm smelling the candle, and you're playing your favorite music. And maybe you're tasting each other's lips or tasting a flavored lube, and you kind of get all your senses going. Because when we get our senses involved in sex, we can't be in our head, because then we're completely present, if that makes sense to you as a concept.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
So I think that you got to, if she's a great partner and it's been 12 years, I think you already trying on your own. Like, I could tell you to be mindful and tell you to and I know how hard that is. I've been meditating for 20 years, and it's some days it's a struggle. It's a practice. So if you want to bring your wife on board with it, that might also kind of alleviate some of it, because you might not even be realizing all the pressure you've been putting on yourself. I don't want to disappoint her, even though she's cool with it. So if you guys are in it together and trying to figure out, how to breathe, how to connect, that might help you. Okay?
All right.
All right, Steve. Bring her on board. You got to work
I
on it together.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so welcome. You're so welcome, Steve.
So we got Arlene from Alabama back on the phone.
Arlene in Alabama. Hi, Arlene.
Hey.
Welcome back.
I love your show, Emily. Thank you for having me on the line. I'm sorry I got cut off earlier.
That's okay. I could tell. We needed to talk.
Yes, we definitely need to talk. I was in a marriage for several years and had beautiful children and a great life, and a husband that could not stop using chewing tobacco. It was disgusting. And I'm a very touchy-feely kind of emotional, sexual person. And so we had conversations about this, and I couldn't get him to improve his hygiene. And finally it got to the point where it was such a turn-off.
Yeah.
And we ended up having years of nothing. And so the conversations earlier about how do you spark it up in the marriage, and how do you there's some times when there comes a point where there's no sparking that back up. If there can't be some respect for one another.
Yeah, some compromise. Some hell.
Then there's a point where you have to say, I've got to cut these ties. So anyway, I got out of that relationship finally, and I'm thinking, well, there's something terribly wrong with me. I left feeling that way. But I've done the bioidentical hormones, and I've done everything to keep myself in shape. And, and I thought, well, maybe I'm not attractive. And I apparently was to many other people, but just there was something there where my husband was masturbating constantly, watching porn, and exactly what you were just talking about earlier on the show, to the point where there was nothing going on when we got in the bedroom.
Right.
So anyway, I'm so thankful that I finally decided it was time to move from that relationship, because I was wasting my life.
Yeah.
And I got into a wonderful relationship, which is very free and open, and we're both very, very exploratory and very touchy-feely, and things have been wonderful. And so he talked me into this threesome idea, which I was not keen on because I'm so in love with him. And I didn't want to share. And so he talked me into a male threesome.
Okay.
2 male.
Oh, you did it already. Okay. Male.
Yes, several times.
Oh,
okay. So that happened, and it was okay. It was okay. I didn't mind it. It was actually pretty good a couple of times, particularly
just
with one partner I felt very comfortable with.
Okay.
But then time went on where it became where he was having these random men contact me, and I felt very like, wait a minute, I'm not your prostitute.
Oh, like a cuckold? Like, was it more like a cuckolding thing? Like, did he want to watch you with another man, or he wanted you to have sex with another man and tell him about it?
No. He wanted to be present.
Oh, be present, okay.
It was a big turn on to him to watch and to be present. So anyway, the last time that we were with someone, I had a little bit of a health scare following that. And sitting in the gynecologist's office was a wake-up call to me, because there was a question mark there about if I had some type of virus.
Oh, STD or something.
Luckily, that turned out to be not what we thought it was, but boy, did it shake me up.
Yeah.
And not knowing there for a few days, I thought, oh my goodness, have I gone all these years to only have this happen to me, to finally find this wonderful happiness, and to be this careless to allow this to happen to me. And so now every time he brings it up, I've just completely shut down, because I do not want to go back there, at least not right now. And if we do, it's going to have to be with a very clear guidelines.
Well, I see. So he said some random people, you said. So you're not wanting the threesome anymore because of the health scare, because you thought you had an STD or something, a sexually transmitted disease, and you didn't.
Yes.
So are you using protection with these people, with condoms?
No.
Okay. So that's, so if you still want to do it, you have to find people can even show you their results. You know, there are ways to show people's test results to make sure they're clean, but you should always use a condom with everyone. And no one does. I mean, Arlene, literally, it's STD Awareness Month. And so we're going to be talking more about this because people just aren't using condoms anymore. So but if especially if there's more than one person, yeah, you have to. I mean, not with your husband, I'm sure, but yeah, that's the thing. So it's the kind of thing, though. Is this becoming a problem? Is your question like, what do you do because you kind of want to, but you're afraid, or your husband's upset?
Exactly.
Okay.
And he's really pressuring me to do this again. Didn't you like that? Didn't you like that? Well, I want us to do that again. And I said, no, I guess I should have taken you with me to the doctor's office because I cried.
Yeah, of course you did.
That. And I was so upset
right.
that something that could be life-threatening to me, that would be a virus in my body for the rest of my life, it's nice to have a little fun and a roll in the hay, but then when it comes
honey,
down to
you need to take it off.
Business, you got to stop and think.
Right. So how long ago did this happen, this scare?
It was about 2 months ago.
Okay, 2 months? Yeah. I mean, can't he... So... how's your sex otherwise? Because I feel like maybe you just need to take it off the table for a while.
It's still really good, but it's not the fireworks that it was, because I think I'm still reserved and still shaky.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. And I need him to support you emotionally in some way. If he can figure out a way to kind of... The more he just kind of learns to support you right now, and you guys can figure out what else you guys could do together and how you could feel safe again with him, and he can kind of bring you out of your... It sounds like you've been living like his fantasies, and I'm wondering if opening up now, Arlene, if there's any fantasies that you have right now that he could kind of please you in some ways, that there's things that you want that don't involve another person, because maybe he'll find something new. You didn't know you'd be into being with two men, so what might he not know? He just needs to be entertained in another way with you, because unless he's fetishized this threesome thing, I'm not sure about that, but I really need you to kind of refrain. I don't like the pressure. I want you to take as much time as you need. I don't think that you should have another threesome right now. I think you need to turn your attention, both of you, towards making the sex life great between the two of you, because there's not always going to be a third anyway. So this is important work you have to do, and every couple has to do.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I think I just needed you to to reaffirm that.
Yes,
for me.
Arlene, I'm with you.
So
Please go back and have that conversation, and you know I'm here every night. I'll let me know how that goes, and hopefully you're going to get through it. I get that he wants that, but create something else beautiful together. All right, guys, thanks for listening to the show. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks to my amazing team, Ken, Kristen, Michelle, producer, Jamie, and Michael. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com.